Pesto Omelette Recipe. The pesto omelette is a flavorful and aromatic dish that combines the rich, herbaceous notes of pesto with the freshness of cherry tomatoes and the savory touch of Parmesan cheese. Perfect for breakfast, brunch, or even a light dinner, this Italian-inspired omelette is quick to make yet packed with gourmet flavors. Here's a detailed guide to preparing this delightful dish in just a few simple steps. Ingredients: serves 1 to 2. 3 large eggs. 2 tablespoons pesto sauce, store-bought or homemade. 1/4 cup cherry tomatoes, halved. 2 tablespoons Parmesan cheese, grated. 1 tablespoon milk or cream, optional, for fluffier eggs. 1 tablespoon butter or olive oil, for cooking. Salt to taste. Pepper to taste. Step-by-step instructions. 1. Prepare the ingredients. Have the cherry tomatoes. Wash and slice 1/4 cup of cherry tomatoes in half. Choose ripe, juicy tomatoes for the best flavor. Grate the Parmesan cheese. Grate about 2 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese. Freshly grated Parmesan adds a robust, nutty flavor to the dish. Crack and beat the eggs. In a medium-sized mixing bowl, crack 3 large eggs. Add a pinch of salt, freshly ground pepper, and 1 tablespoon of milk or cream, optional, for a creamier texture. Whisk the eggs thoroughly until they are smooth and slightly frothy. 2. Heat the pan. Prepare the skillet. Heat a non-stick skillet or frying pan over medium heat. Add 1 tablespoon of butter or olive oil. Let it melt and coat the pan evenly. Dip. For a slightly nutty flavor, you can use olive oil instead of butter. Reduce heat. Once the butter has melted and starts to bubble, reduce the heat to medium-low. This ensures the eggs cook gently, resulting in a tender and soft omelette. 3. Cook the omelette base. Pour in the eggs. Pour the whisked eggs into the skillet. Tilt the pan slightly to spread the mixture evenly across the surface. Let the eggs set. Allow the eggs to cook undisturbed for about 30 to 60 seconds, or until the edges begin to firm up. Use a spatula to gently lift the edges, letting any uncooked egg flow underneath. Season lightly. Sprinkle a small pinch of salt and pepper over the eggs while they are still slightly runny. 4. Add the fillings. Spread the pesto. Once the eggs are mostly set but still slightly soft in the center, use a spoon to spread 2 tablespoons of pesto sauce evenly over the surface of the omelette. The pesto's vibrant green color and rich flavor will elevate the dish. Add the cherry tomatoes. Scatter the halved cherry tomatoes over one side of the omelette. The juicy tomatoes provide a fresh, tangy contrast to the creamy pesto. Sprinkle the Parmesan. Sprinkle the grated Parmesan cheese over the tomatoes. The heat from the eggs will start to melt the cheese, adding a savory, nutty flavor to the filling. 5. Fold and finish. Fold the omelette. Using a spatula, carefully lift one side of the omelette and fold it over the side with the fillings. Press down gently to seal the edges and keep the fillings in place. Cook briefly. Let the folded omelette cook for an additional 30 seconds to 1 minute, allowing the cheese to melt completely and the tomatoes to warm through. Avoid overcooking, as this can make the eggs dry. 6. Serve the pesto omelette. Transfer to a plate. Slide the omelette onto a serving plate. Its golden exterior, vibrant green pesto, and pops of red from the tomatoes make it visually appealing. Garnish, optional. For added presentation, garnish the omelette with a sprinkle of grated Parmesan cheese, a few extra dollops of pesto, or a sprig of fresh basil. Tips for success: use fresh ingredients. Opt for high-quality pesto and fresh cherry tomatoes for the best flavor. If using store-bought pesto, look for one made with fresh basil and extra virgin olive oil. Don't overcook the eggs. Cooking the omelette on medium-low heat ensures the eggs remain tender and don't develop a rubbery texture. Customize the recipe. Add extra fillings like sautéed mushrooms, spinach, or olives for additional flavor and texture. Keep it light. Avoid overloading the omelette with too many ingredients, as this can make it difficult to fold and cook evenly. Serving suggestions. The pesto omelette pairs beautifully with a variety of sides, making it a versatile dish for any meal. Here are some serving ideas. Toast or crusty bread. Serve the omelette with a slice of toasted sourdough or a baguette to soak up the flavorful pesto and runny egg. Salad. Pair it with a fresh green salad dressed with lemon vinaigrette for a light and refreshing meal. Roasted potatoes. Add a side of crispy roasted potatoes or hash browns for a hearty breakfast or brunch. Fruit. A side of fresh fruit like melon, berries, or citrus provides a bright and refreshing contrast. The pesto omelette is a simple yet elegant dish that brings together the creamy richness of eggs, the fresh herbaceousness of pesto, and the bright flavors of cherry tomatoes and Parmesan cheese. Whether you're cooking for yourself or hosting a brunch, this recipe is sure to impress with its vibrant colors and gourmet flavors. With just a handful of ingredients and a few minutes in the kitchen, you can create a delicious and nutritious dish that will become a favorite in your recipe repertoire.